And basically my mum.
No, we're talking about.
أريد كاري.
هذا مو ليه بدك تسوي؟
Nanti mata mau.
Si arrampica sulle cose
La gente che andava di matto sulle... Ah, è comparsa.
No.
Dışarıdaydı benden. Gece gece nasıl bez bağladın sen de?
She dropped in.
Yeah, we're going on this that way.
Yeah, straight ahead.
Right, but it's not my fault. Facing opposite.
I can do nothing.
You asked me this before, and I gave you the answer.
got me yesterday.
तो तुम लोगों ने पहचाने नहीं मुझे
After 5 o'clock, kakak kenal.
Any coffee?
Bobby, Bobby, can we go in a boat?
Focus on
Ydem pomału,
seat,
ydem.
check your seat situation. Yeah. Alright, cool.
Але що tutaj ty, що ти були п'юки? Андрій, хто туди йти?
Андрій, чекай, чекай.
Так діти, дивись. Діти поїдуть, не будуть знати, що келон немає. Я вже на немає. Зараз не знаю.
I think it's like a mile long.
Пішли, що стоїте?
It's just a normal street. No, no.
아니 엄청 많이 담은 거 같아.
Okay, just wait there, wait on the
How to wait. They're definitely not going to tell anyone. I'm going to think.
Somebody submitted a PR to Amazon photographer, and what they fucking changed in it was, you know, the prompt that you give it.
Hands down, one of the worst right there.
Darkness on you.
Five, four, three, two, one.
ट्राई करा
قرب نیستی مرکزه
این من
حرف دارن میزنن اکثر آقایون میگه توه.
Egal welchen Weg dich neben dir hinstellst, du wirst nie zufrieden sein. Es ist immer irgendwas.
Aquí hay un elevador.
It just keeps on shrinking.
Why are we going this way, Vic?
Yeah, you don't work with your fingers and like press. Not on the wheel. Yeah, that's it, like a ping pong.
çocuklar böyle olduğu için ona ayarlı. Ha.
मुझे एक्सपेरिमेंट करना चाहिए।
Where's the reception of Butler's Cove? Wow.
Guess how much water storage there was in 1968?
After everything I've done for you.
We've got 600,000. I think so. You know, I think we've got everything. He says Westminster or Big Ben, but I think it's the best. It's the best. I agree here.
Quindi il contratto è decente, questo qua. Dove lavori? Parlano italiani?
These are smart guys, so it plays into the bag.
我哋即係玩呢啲人，我就知道即係唔夠勁，唔夠深入。冇味咯，冇味道咯，即係冇人要唱情，佢哋唱曲。
I keep getting off by people saying I haven't got a jacket.
No, you don't. You're totally lying.
I know that I've got messages through people asking me about Jet. So,